Well, hey guys, welcome back to Unboxing Your Series Media. I'm Trevor Miller with Church Visuals. On this episode, we'll be unboxing a series collection called Summer Roadtrip, a journey through the Bible. Obviously, this is a time-sensitive collection, but when summer rolls around, you don't want to miss using this really cool sermon series to engage your congregation and lead them through the high points of the scriptures. Church Visuals has produced this awesome collection of videos and graphics, social media content, and of course print material with the feeling of summer in mind. So without further ado, let's get to unboxing. Have you ever wanted to load up in a retro Volkswagen van and travel across the country and see all the famous sights? I don't know about you, but I certainly have. And there are probably many in your church who would love to do the same thing as well. So just like our country has highlights that are must-see, the Bible is full of major events that can teach us more about who God is and who we are. You could take your congregation to visit the garden where Adam and Eve first sinned, or the Exodus as Moses led God's people out of slavery. Take them to see Jesus turn over the tables in the temple, or visit Paul as he's in prison writing his letters to the early church. There's no end to the possibilities from Genesis to Revelation, and this makes this collection so versatile. You will love the video content of this collection because it looks and sounds like major throwback material. Music that is straight out of the 70s in the raddest VW van to match. It just feels like a road trip. There are 2 trailers that play before worship 2 weeks leading up to the sermon series or on social media to get people excited about the series, and a great bumper to transition your speaker onto stage for a life-changing lesson from the scriptures. A 5-minute countdown that begins your service, and title motions and Blake motions for anything else that you could possibly dream up. If you don't want to utilize the video content, there's also graphics with the same look that are provided as well. To really get the most out of this sermon series, consider filming someone from your church going to visit some of the famous locations in your community or in your state. Connect these locations to the high points that the preacher will be teaching on throughout the weeks of the series. Edit these videos and show them each week of your series for a fun visual way to engage your congregation or to make a point that your pastor is preaching on. A few years ago, the church that I served did a sermon series very similar to this. We traveled to the highest mountain in our state, and that week we preached about Moses receiving the law of God on the mountain. We traveled to a beautiful botanical garden in our upstate that week, and we had the preacher speak about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. We traveled to one of the largest lakes in our state that week, and we preached about Jesus calling the disciples along the Sea of Galilee. People loved seeing all these wonderful places on the screen, and it made it exciting for us to come back each week to find out what else we were going to learn from the Bible. This is also a great sermon series to give a visual experience before people ever enter the church building. If someone in your church has a really cool road trip vehicle, see if they'd be willing to park it outside for people to come and give interest before they walk in on a Sunday morning. Consider having a retro car show during this series and play off the throwback nature of the design. Again, this is simply a way to connect the screens to the stage all the way to the seats and everywhere in between. Lastly, don't forget about the social media content that's available in this collection as well. Use the blank social squares or blank stories, graphics to offer engaging questions to your followers. Questions like, where have you road tripped this summer? And let them share. Or invite your people to visit the locations in the weekly videos and post pictures of their trip and tag the church in those things so they can share visually with others who follow the same social media account. These are fun ways to keep the moment on Sunday all week long. So like always, make sure that you go to our Pinterest board, search Church Visuals, and there you'll find some really great visual ideas for stage designs, kids lessons, and creative takeaways. Check the show notes below for a promo code to receive a discount on really great products just like Summer Roadtrip. Our deep desire is to help you visually communicate the gospel to the people God has entrusted to you. So grab your series media today and get unboxing. This has been a podcast presentation of Church Visuals, executive produced by Trevor Miller, edited by Carl Barnhill, title and show graphics by Angie Lomas. For more resources to help you visually communicate the gospel at your church, visit churchvisuals.com.